Shalom, my little friends. Okay, so Revelation chapter 13, 1 through 10. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, or who is able to make war with him? And it was given unto him a mouth speaking great things, and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against you, O God, to blaspheme his name, and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and overcome them. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given unto him over all kindreds, and tongues, and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Alright. If the saints are already gone, y'all, the saints are already gone. When the dragon, and this is just the first beast, okay? When the dragon, he's here. The beast, he's here, okay? If they're already gone, then why are they mentioned? Why are they mentioned from verse 7 to verse 10? They are mentioned, the saints, and one, he fulfilled Daniel. He fulfilled Daniel. It's either 7 or 11. Read Daniel chapter 7 through chapter 11. He fulfilled it. Because in Daniel, it speaks about this overcoming of the saints. But just for a short season, just for a short time. It ain't going to happen for very long. So then, right, you got, and all that dwell upon the earth, in verse 8, worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb. Why? If the saints are gone, then why does he bring up the ones whose names are not written? If we're already gone, the ones whose names that are written in the book of life, then why is this mentioned? Because we ain't gone yet. We're still here. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. If they're already gone, then if we are already gone, then it wouldn't be mentioned right here. Total different words would be mentioned. But we're still here. It's still happening. The saints are still there. You know, this can of worms got opened up. And, you know, I don't say this stuff. It's not I. It's Yahushua Jesus, the Holy Spirit went in breath through me that says this. It is not to condemn anyone. It's literally to show truth. We listen to pastors and people that have read these Bible verses themselves, or maybe they've just gotten an understanding from somebody else, and instead of reading it ourselves, laying our own eyes on it, and having our own ears to hear what the Holy Spirit when in breath is saying, then we're just going to be blinded. Because it tells us, the Word, not it, the Word, the Holy Living Word, tells us everything we need to know. In the next video I do, Yahushua Jesus is going to show you why I go to the Hebrew for any definition for anything first. Always. I will not go to the Greek first. I will go to the Hebrew first. But I digress. It's not what we're talking about. I was this person that believed in the rapture for many years, excuse me, for many years, my whole life, since I was little bitty. I was in 17 foster homes in 4 years, and every foster home I was in, they went to church. So it was all different churches. I bounced around my whole life no matter what, even before I got put in foster care. So, I went to church. I went to church since I was little. All these churches. Even when I got older, I tried different churches. But not much when I got older. And not until, just past 11 years maybe. Or 11 years, yes. Yahushua Jesus took me, I learned about the rapture in every church I went to. In some sort of way, they were teaching about the rapture. So my whole life I believed it too. And when Yahushua Jesus got me a concordance, I was reading the Bible already, that was it. He started showing me what his living word really says. And it does not tell us that we're going anywhere. It don't match up. It don't match up, And I would go to pastors, not just the one I was with for 5 years. Opie and I tried many churches after Living Water. And every church we went to, they taught on this rapture. And I would ask them questions about it. I asked them to show me Bible verses out of the Old Covenant. Well, just recently, the people that opened that can of worms, awesome, praise Jesus, I thank them for it. Even, they were trying to tell me that the rapture was, real, and right on. But Yahushua Jesus helped me see, the Bible verses that they showed me in the Old Covenant, I was blessed with, because the concordance numbers, the words in the Hebrew, do not say that we're going to be taken out of here. We ain't going nowhere. So if the New Covenant, if words in the book of Revelation don't match up with words in the Old Covenant, when he repeats himself, our Father repeats himself many times, then something's not right. But you're going to get more understanding by going to the Hebrew, because there's layers. It's not just one little simple definition to each word. In Greek, a lot of Greek words are just one simple definition. Hebrew is layers and layers and layers. Praise Yahushua Jesus. Okay, so Yahushua Jesus had to take me out of those churches, man. I mean, seriously. And put me in a little room by myself, away from all distraction, and get these cell phone away from me, on a constant basis. It's still around me, some, but not. I don't have one, and get complete serenity, or a complete peace, shalom, as I'm studying His Word, as He's leading me in His living Word. Hallelujah. Well, I thank y'all so much for listening. Please read yourself and see. Yahushua Jesus didn't go nowhere. Me neither. We're here. The ones that are under the altar in Revelation, I can't remember what chapter it is, but they're under the altar and they're crying out, "How long, O Lord, how long do we have to wait?" And He says, "Not until the blood of all the prophets of your brethren have been shed. It'll be fulfilled. Not until then." So we're still here. Alright. We have a blessed day in the name of Yahushua. Thanks.